side-lying hip abduction with rotation. So we're gonna be working internal and external rotation here on our side. I'm gonna show you with and without a band. So without a band is gonna be easier. So you're gonna lie down on one side. You want your trunk and hips neutral here. So you might see the common clamshell like this with your knees and hips up. We actually want you a little bit more so everything's in line, okay? And then you're gonna lift that top leg, so that's hip abduction, working that glute knee, that outer glute, very important for pelvic stability and hip stability. So we're gonna hold that leg up, keeping your knee that level, so you don't wanna let your knee drop down, so that way we're working that outer glute knee the whole time. So keep that knee up here, and then you're gonna rotate down into internal rotation. So internal rotation of the hip is when your foot comes up, and then external rotation is hip is going out, foot's coming down. Okay, but see how my knee is staying level this whole time as I'm working into internal and external rotation. Just go through as much range as you have, but I'm not letting my knee drop down here. We want to keep it up here. So you're going to do both sides. You might feel like you have more range of motion on one side than the other. Just see, kind of play around with it, see what it feels like, and then you can add a band. It's going to make it harder, so band above the knees. If that feels super easy, if you can do, 2 sets of, 10 to 15 reps, and that feels easy, add a band, and you're keeping tension on the band the whole time, so that will help you not let that knee drop down as you rotate. Internal rotation, a lot of times we forget about rotating our hip internally. Very important though, especially for postpartum recovery and just for proper function of your glutes and hips in general. We need to make sure we work those hips in all planes, so both internal and external rotation. So you should really feel those glutes fire up there in that outer hip with this exercise.